This is a video of a poor man's drainage system installed into a basement where there's been some flooding. It's a process where you take out cement along the edge of the slab against the footing and install a drainage tube into a sump pump. So we've cut out a section of cement right beside the footing. You can see the footing's edge is the height here, and there's only about an inch of slab over top of it. But we went beside the footing, and total was about 10 inches where we made our cut. 10 from there to there. And we did a cut. The cement is roughly 4 inches thick. Then we jackhammered that out and hauled it out. Now I'm just preparing the bed for putting in a drainage tube, and we'll have to do 90s around a drainage tube. Here I'm still in the process of removing sand to get the right depth for the drainage tube to put in. Now we've installed crushed rock at the bottom of our channel, and we're starting to put in the poly pipe. The poly pipe has got holes drilled in about every foot or so, and they're situated, when they're installed, they will be pointing towards this edge just to protect them, and they'll give them some cover so they won't fill with debris. So we'll go ahead and get that installed. Here are some shots of the pipe installed. It's a little dark, and we're just setting it in place with some gravel in a few spots. It has to be up against the footing, and the holes on the bottom facing towards the footing. Again, the holes were about an inch holes every foot along this poly pipe. I'm just starting to fill now. Fill over top of it with the crushed rock. There's a kind of a view of it. I'll take some more shots later. Okay, now we have got our pipe completely covered with crushed rock, and we're starting to install aluminum plate which channels the water from the footing and the wall up behind it and into the gravel base and the pipe beneath it. So we're gluing that in. Again, this is for a shallow floor that doesn't have much cement above the footing, so we're actually just lifting it a 1/4 inch up with spacers. That way the water can flow underneath along the wall, around and underneath and into the gravel base where our drainage tube is located. So I'll continue on gluing these in, and later after that, once they're all set, we're going to be filling the slot in here, and from that edge to the cement floor full of cement to reseal our floor. And any water then coming in goes up behind and underneath, and then to the drainage system. So that's slot there is where our new cement is going to be poured. And then to finish this off and finish the repair, the new floor plate, the 2x4, will be glued to this aluminum surface. Not nailed through, otherwise we'll put holes into our surface there that we want to be watertight. So that floor plate will be glued in place to finish the repair. Here's a shot of just making the seal between the aluminum sections, gluing the seams so that it's watertight, and ridges of glue to hold it in place. It is propped up around a 1/4 inch or so to allow the water to flow underneath and behind it. So this is sort of the finished product of the basement drain system. We've got the cementing done. The aluminum is all in place to funnel the water into the crushed gravel around the edge. So after this, we are going to probably be installing the double plate back underneath here and gluing it on so we don't puncture the aluminum surface here, because the water is flowing underneath it. And we're going all the way around here. All the joints on the aluminum is sealed right up to the top edge, so the water is all funneled to where it needs to go. We've got our plumbing goes from here and up and through our wall and through there, and I guess it's a little dark, you can't see it, but into a sump pump just around the other side of this wall. So that's the finished product. Very few people could probably hire somebody out to do this. I think you'd have to be maybe a retired teacher with an indexed pension to maybe be able to afford to get somebody in, but if not, you'll have to do it the poor man's way. But it is very, I'm very happy with it, and it'll do the job.